Hello, everyone. We're live, and my voice went. Excuse me. Just checking. Can you hear me? Don't know. I have my special mic on. I might just go and check that it's working. Does the sound okay? Just going to turn on my sound for a second just to check it. Sorry, it's going to be. Check, check. Just going to turn on my sound for a second just to check it. Okay, I think it's okay. All right. Hi, Dar. Hi, Anne. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Regina. Hi, Deb. Hi, Miriam. Hi, Aditi. Oh, I gotta make sure I'm in all chat here. I don't think it matters too much. Hi, Mama Juju. Hi, Diane Bell. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Leona. I saw you at the beginning there. Hi, Dory. Hey, Jennifer D. All right, so I'm just gonna do a little catch up and then we'll start. What we're gonna work on today is watercolor effects inspired by Robin McClendon, as I used to make this postcard from day 27. But we'll use different colors today and we'll make a bigger piece, I think. That's my plan. Hi, Dana. Did I say hi to you, Anne? I think I did. All right, so just a few announcements. So this is my new stencil design from PM Artist Studio. It's called Falling Leaves, and it comes in the 8x10, 5x7, and 9x12. This is the 8x10 version. And Patricia used it on her stream on Tuesday, on yesterday. So you can check that out. Again, if you do go over to their website, you can always use my code DevonFan10 for discounts. DevonFan10. And that's not just on my stencils, that's on qualifying orders. So I don't think we'll use that stencil today. We'll probably use it next week. We'll talk about next week in a second. I'm going to show you, I was enabled by Janet M. Young to buy the Sharpie Ultra Fine Point permanent markers because she was using them on a watercolor piece and it was nice to see that they are permanent. So I sort of did a quick little swatch today. And just remember, they do bleed through because they're basically like alcohol markers. I thought it'd be fun for if you're doing like a coloring book page and you have like a little tiny section you want to get into, but your alcohol marker won't quite reach it, it's too big, you could use these. But just to show you the difference between these Sharpie permanent markers and a Sharpie pen. So Sharpie pen won't go through. This is a Sharpie pen. So just keep that in mind when you're using that on different things. Hi, Anina. I'll show my zines in a second from the zine swap. This is a prompt card I did yesterday. Yeah, yesterday was Tuesday. Colleen and Kathy, when they stream, they do the first part of their stream, they'll do prompts. They'll pick prompts. So these prompts were neon, open circles, use non-dominant hand, use only food objects, and explore reinvention. So I did that yesterday, and that was lots of fun. So everything on here is food. Even the background that's blue, it's actually a blue placemat with a plate and a hamburger, and then I just added a bit of blue paint just to knock it back a bit. But I had lots of fun with that. Those are peaches, some corn, some purple asparagus. These are popsicles that I colorized with alcohol markers to make them a little bit brighter. Hello, Elizabeth. Yes, these are 5x7 playing cards. And I started off doing my prompts with Colleen and Kathy in 2022 on these cards. So these are cards I've done. I don't do them every week, but so this was July of this year. This was April of this year. This one was December of 2023. So it's fun. It just makes you, it's a good warm up This is July of 2023, so about a year ago. That's a tea bag. And this one is, I just have 2023. I'm not sure what month that's from. I put some googly eyes on that one. Little Carmen Miranda Lucy. And this is May of 2023. This one was March of 2023. And this is January of 2023. February of 2023. So you never know what you're going to end up with. And January of 2022. I feel like there should be some in between there. I don't know if I got them on an order, but so that is some prompt cards that I've been doing. I think Colleen and Kathy moved on to doing theirs on envelopes because they did them every day, like every week. So they ran out of their big playing cards, but I'm just still working on my jumbo playing cards. And then I just tuck them back in there. I actually have about 2 boxes, so I have like a box with empty ones, and then I'm putting the completed ones in there. So I thought I'd just show you what I go up to. Oh, thanks, Dar. Hi, Rhonda. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Yvonne. I think I said hi to Tammy already. Hi, Yvonne. Hello, Katura. The other thing I've been up to is this colograph that I made to do this postcard. I made another one. I made a third one. This one was a bit too dark. I made a third one. I posted it on my IG. I don't have it anymore, so I can't show it to you. But with the ghost prints, I thought it would be fun. You can sort of doodle your own little birds. So those are, I think 3. I think I did 3, or actually that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I gave one. So I think that's 5. I can't remember if this was the same set, but anyhow, you can get some ghost prints when you use pan pastels. Ooh, Tammy just received Tim's new alcohol inks. Cool. I might not use alcohol inks per se, but I did grab out this alcohol ink to maybe use, the gold. So you don't need alcohol inks for this technique, but you can certainly incorporate them. These are the postcards I got from the zine swap, and Janet included this little, what do you call it, magnetic bookmark. And this was on the envelope that she sent me, so I just cut it out and I glued it into my little postcard. Apparently the post office didn't cancel my stamp. So this was my zine. This is the original, so the gluing's coming off. So all of those are die cut from Gely prints. So is the octopus, and then that's from a vintage magazine. The background is a Gely print that I scanned in, and then the floor here is a Gely print as well. Oops, I don't know if you can see that. And these were from prompts that Dee Dee pulled. I used the prompts octopus, pink, and lawn chair. So I hope you guys could see that enough. All right, and then these are the zines I got. So this one is from Janet. This is Janet's zine, and it's a really good story. I'm not going to read it all, but the quality is just amazing. And like, I don't know what paper she uses, but it's just so lovely. She did an awesome zine, and I think she used all the prompts. It's just a really good. You can check out her channel to see everybody's zines. These are just the zines that I got. This is Dee Dee's zine. And it's just, again, the paper is just so rich and luscious, Dee Dee. What paper did you use for this? Look at that. So her prompts she used were paint, octopus, Surratt, which is the pointillism. I feel like these look like donuts. You could have added donuts as one of your prompts. Hey, Jolu. I think I said hi already. Hey, Jolu. Maybe I didn't. This is Terry Brett's, and it's so cute. She did paints, pink, and donuts. So she has a little character. And again, if you want to, see it, have it read to you, Janet does do a stream where she has them all. It's so cute. I love it. So cute, Terry. This is from Brian. He did a collage style on a calendar, so it's pretty cool. To live by a sea like Octopussy. Okay, and then this one is Jasper. So it was really fun participating. I feel like my zine was a bit simple. I was moving, so in my defense. And this is from, who's it's this one? This one is, I have to sneeze. I'm going to just go over here for a second. That doesn't matter. Oh gosh, sorry. I tried to cover my, I have allergies. I tried to cover my microphone. So this is Ruth Edwards. I don't know if Janet, I think this one might have come late. I was lucky to get it here. So she did nice collage on a painty paper. So there's no one style of zines. You can do lots of different, such a cute, I'm going to read you this poem. It says, I know that birds have little birds and frogs have little frogs, that pussy cats have little cats and dogs have little dogs, that proper minks have little minks and fish have little fishes. That's why I don't sink something. That's why, then why don't sinks have little sinks instead of dirty dishes? Thought that was really clever. Thank you. Hi, Kim. I hope that wasn't too loud. Hi, Rhonda. Hi, Butterroll. Hi, Gina. And then this is from, I should know this one. Who did this one? So this is from, sometimes people put their names on the inside. Mummy to Mikey. So she did a collage. So you do your master one and then you photocopy them. I brought mine to the printer because my home printer didn't do a very good job post. So really sweet. So this was, like I said, this was my, where did I put my original? I lost mine. Oh yeah, there. So this is my original one. And then this is the one I had copied at Staples with the laser copier. So it's not quite the same, like the color didn't quite turn out exactly the same, but it's pretty close. So like, that's pretty close. But the original has like gold and stuff, which doesn't photocopy. All right. I think, oh, and the other thing I want to mention is that thanks to everybody who came to my live stream giveaway last week or that watched the replay. And for those of you that won, I did get everything mailed out yesterday. So keep an eye on your mail. Remember, I am in Canada, so the mail's not very quick. If you can just send me a quick message when you get yours, I would really appreciate it. So I know everybody's gotten their things. Sometimes I just sent everything regular mail. So if things get lost in the mail, let me know and I can always just send you out something instead. So I'm going to be using a technique I saw Robin McClendon demonstrate. She's actually working her way through her book on her streams, her premieres every Saturday mornings. And this is from chapter 12, Watercolor and Alcohol with Stain Sprays on the Gel Plate. I didn't use stain sprays when I did mine, but it's just a beautiful book. I think, Dee Dee, you did a little flip through of yours, right? Hi, Kathy Berg. I was telling everybody about doing prompt cards with you guys, and I showed all my cards, and I showed my one from yesterday. And the other thing that's fun is that if you join their Facebook group as well, you can see what other people do, and sometimes they'll show them on their stream as people post them in Facebook group. So you get to see everybody's interpretations. So Kathy, maybe you can put a link to your channel and to Colleen's channel. They alternate between their channels. Hi, Star. All right, so today's going to be pretty chill. I've tried to use things like brushos and magicals on my gel plate before without much success, I didn't feel, until I watched Robin do her technique. And the biggest thing I got out of her demo was that you use a very thick paper. And if you have, this is a watercolor Canson XL 140 pound paper. And she says to use not the side with the bumps, but the smoother side, to put that down, and you put it down lightly, and it just gives the watery stuff time to absorb, and then you just kind of like push it down. So we're going to do that. She, on her demo a couple weeks ago, she used mainly watercolor, like acrylic paint, which I'll show you in a second, and watercolors. When I did this card, this one I did on day 27. I used the postcard gely postcard clay. I used Tibetan teal, Tibetan poppy teal on the top, and I used the Infusions Rusty Car on the bottom half, mixed with acrylic paint, and then I splattered on some of this Donna De La Rowney gold, and it got really chunky, I think because the alcohol directly on this made it really go chunky. So I pulled out a couple different gold inks, this calligraphy ink, and I thought we could even try just this Pinata Gold. I think I'll try that first. But I thought we'd try some different color combos today. And then this line here I put in using a palette knife and spritzing it. So that's not on the gel plate, but the rest of this is on the gel plate. Oh, okay. That's okay, Kathy. I will, if Dar doesn't get it, I'll post it. Oh, Dar already got it, but I'll post it in the description as well. Sorry, I have to just, I have my allergies are really not good. It's very smoky here right now. Oh, okay. All right. So I also pulled out, in addition to my magicals and infusions, which I'll show you what I have. So brushos are these things. They're pigment powders as well. I have 2 colors of brushos. Those are not permanent. I have these infusions. I have 4 colors of infusions. And I don't know, like when I tested them, they seemed a bit permanent, but the walnut crystals are not. So that's color stained with walnut crystals. And then I also pulled out my magicals, and those are the colors I have. Some magicals are more of a flat, meaning they don't have a shine, like this one is flat. And some have like mica in them, so they're more iridescent. And then these are permanent once dried, but you have to activate them all. And what I like about the magicals and infusions and brushos is that it's composed of a bunch of different pigments. So for example, this Black Knight, it's got all these different colors in it, but if you mix it full strength, you get one tone. Thank you so much, Dar. Bye, Miriam. I also pulled out my P.H. Martin's Hydras, which are like a watercolor, liquid watercolor. So maybe we'll try that. I don't know. We're just going to play. We're going to play and chill and relax. All right. So I know Robin recommended using mainly matte paints, but I don't really have like a good creamy neutral in matte. I have white, like a white craft paint. What I could do, maybe I'll just mix these two. So she puts the acrylic paint on quite watery as well. So this is Titan Buff, and this is white. I think when I did the sample card here, I think I used Naples Yellow on the top, and I used Payne's Gray on the bottom. And I don't know that you have to use acrylic paint, because you're not picking it up like a regular gel print. You're just soaking it. Hey, Mad, you're soaking in it. Okay, and then you use lots of water. And you can also add alcohol to this now, but Robin explains when you add the alcohol spritz, it really gives it what she calls a stoning effect. So let's do We'll do this color on the bottom half. Maybe we'll do three colors. So the card I did was more of like an abstract landscape. I'm not sure if this is going to be, if we'll make this into an abstract landscape or just have it be like a painty paper. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So that is that color. And then I did really like the Payne's Gray, but maybe we can use this Pale Olive by Galleria as one of the bases. Oh, that is hard on my hand. Hi, Jackie. Hey, View. Thanks for coming, everybody. Pamela B, did I say hi to you? I don't remember. So I'm just going to put a bit of this on here. This is a pale olive. It's also, I would call it like a celadon. So maybe we can use it with oh, you know what? On this card, I made a mistake. On this card, the top part has, did I say Tibetan poppy teal? That's what I meant to say. There's also a shabby turbine teal, which maybe we can use. That's this one. And there's time travel teal. My goodness, I have lots of teal colors. Time travel teal. That's a bright one. And then this is cool. I think we should try this Ponderosa Pines olive. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, let's water this down. And Robin explains that you water down the acrylic paint to just kind of break down some of the binders, and that helps everything flow better. Now, I'm not an expert at this technique. This is basically my second time trying it, so we're just experimenting, we're just playing. The other day, Dee Dee called me the queen of the gely plate, and I said, no, I'm just an explorer. I know, the names are fun, aren't they? Let's do it down here. Let's do a little bit here. And I'm sure lots of other people have done similar stuff on the gel plate. I'm not saying they haven't or anything. Okay. And I do like the Payne's Gray. I'm gonna just use some Payne's Gray. Yes, that's actually, it's a yogurt. It's a yogurt lid. And then this is my protein powder scooper that I put in the dishwasher. So I'm going to use this here. I'll just get a different brush. This is the Payne's Gray. And I just find it's a little bit softer than, let's say, a black, you know. So I tried to review my own video and read Robin's book again to refresh my memory. All right, let's use this olive pine, and I put I transferred my magicals into these little containers I bought at Amazon, and then you just put a little hole in the lid with a thumbtack, and then you have like a little spritzer. So I'm just going to do that. I also pulled out some watercolors. We can do that directly as well. The brand of the green was Winsor Newton Galleria. I was looking for a celadon, but I think I wanted the golden one, but it was, I think it was sold out. Should we do red? Let's do this crazy Queen of Hearts red up in the black part. And then I'm going to spray it. And you don't need a lot. I'm probably putting way too much on. This is Queen of Hearts. And then how about in this part here, we use this, what was that other one? The infusions. Let's use this Black Knight infusions. Black Currant, Green Man. I don't see Black Knight. Oh, here it is, right in front of my face. That's my, today I've been like not seeing things. I've just kind of, even like before we started, my phone, I couldn't find my phone. It was right in front of me. It was right on my desk. Okay, so I don't know if that's quite enough paint. Let's spray it with the alcohol. And let's scooch it around a bit. Kind of spread it out a bit more. So it's a little clumpy. And I'm just gonna, you do want the colors to mix, but I want to just kind of keep them separated a little bit. So that night one looks very blue, doesn't it? Okay, and then do this green part here. I wonder what that red's going to look like. And then I think I'll spray it with a little bit more water too. Let's just put some down here as well, just for fun. And let's do some, I'm going to spray it and then we'll add, this is just water. I'm just spraying it with water this time. And then I'm just going to put on some of this Pinata Gold. What percentage alcohol? So this bottle had 70% isopropyl alcohol, but when it ran out, I started filling it up with 99 or 91% alcohol. And then just today I filled it up with the 99%, but then I added a bit of water. So it's somewhere between 70 and 99. I don't think it matters. Okay, I'm going to spray it here, and then we're going to put our paper on. So we want it nice and wet. See, the alcohol ink kind of gets a bit gloopy. Just going to try to, yeah, so it did kind of crust up a bit, but let's not worry about it. Okay, so I'm going to add lots of water. And then add a little bit more of the alcohol. Okay, and then we're going to get our paper and we're going to put it on very slowly. Oops, is that the flat side down? Yes, I think so. So you don't splish it down. You want things to absorb, and then you can just kind of lightly tap it. So I don't know that I had enough paint coverage on there. And I'm going to smush it over a little bit here. Got some gray color coming out, so it'll be interesting to see. And then I'm going to spray the back of this to keep it flat. One of my viewers reminded me that when you spray the back of paper, it helps keep it flatter. So I think that was a good tip. I don't know if it was on this video, like the day 27. Whoop. Just going to move these over. And I did get out my Caran d'Ache Neo Color 2s we could try. Sorry for all that noise. My Ganzai Tambi Kuritakis. Smoosh, that's right. And my Derwent Intense blocks. I thought we could, I don't know, do something doodles with those. And someone asked me, do I use the Dilution Shimmer Spray? You could, yeah. I did pull out the Eyes Ink sprays. We could have used that. We could use that in the next one. Okay, so that's been on there a while. Just going to give it just a little bit extra smushiness. I think in the past when I've tried to do watercolor effects on the gel plate, I've tried to like pick it up with acrylic paint and it just doesn't really work too well. All right, now how you lift it up is going to affect how your pattern goes, right? So if you pick it up diagonal, you're going to have diagonal ridges. I think I'm going to pick it up. Let's pick it up this way. Well, let's put it up this way. So that's a lot of green and gray. We do have our a little bit of that black up here. And while it's wet, you can just spread it out. You can put it like this so that it, like this is very wet. So I'm just holding it at an angle to let the colors smoosh. And here I can see it's pretty thick. So I might not have had my paint quite thin enough, the acrylic paint. Yeah, I don't think the alcohol gold was a good fit in there. I'm just going to pull that one off. It's a little chunky. So I'm just going to put it flat to dry. Maybe we'll just let it do this a bit more. I do like the red color in the sky with the, well, I call it a sky, with the Payne's gray. Okay, let's let that dry. I'm going to put it aside. So I don't think I had enough pigment in that green. So we still have stuff here, so let's add to it, shall we? Let's just keep going. Let's add a bit more of the unbleached titanium. I'm going to leave that there, and we'll add a bunch of unbleached titanium to the bottom. Yeah, we'll see how it dries too, right? It's going to move around a little bit as it dries. So I think I need to have that a little bit more liquidy. I didn't. Views, she sees 2 unicorns fighting on the plate. Ooh, cool. Red sky at night, sailor's delight. So this is, you know, not a very controlled way. Like I enjoy, this is one of the things I enjoy about watercolor is the unpredictable nature of it sometimes. So I'm excited to explore this technique more. I want less gray, green, and more brightness here, and we'll add some other colors. It's almost like paint pouring, right? Hi, Lynn. I love what everybody's seeing. It's like Dee Dee was explaining today at her stream, like when she was showing some of her postcard backgrounds, is she looks at it and she sees different things, and everybody's going to see something different. And that's one of the great things about mixed media and about art, right? Is everybody sees different things based on their preferences and their experiences. Okay, so we got a little bit more paint on there. So let's add, I think we have enough of this Queen of Hearts red. Let's see. I do like the rusty car color though. Let's do the rusty car. Or we have rusty car, or we could do, so that's the rusty car, or we could do this cattail copper brown, which has a lot of different colors. Let's try that. Okay, let's do that. So that's got some purples. This is more orangey. Let's put it at the bottom. Let's kind of smush it in a little bit. Just kind of lightly get the mixing started. So we've got the orange, we've got sort of a purpley, maybe we do a green. Or this, how about the steampunk sepia? I haven't used my Magicals. Hi, Sophia. No, yeah, they didn't come in tubes like this. These I bought these. I bought like a ton. Like you buy them in. I'll see if I can find the link for these. It was so long ago, I don't know if it would still be a valid link. All right, so I'm going to spray with some water. I want to add more. I'm going to add a bit more of this Queen of Hearts at the top. So still spraying with water. And then let's take a Inktense block. I haven't tried this, but let's try it together. I haven't used this set. I just bought it at Christmas, so that's the set. Let's take this sort of darker color. Let's do sort of like a warm gray. This 220. Is this 220? Yeah, 2200. I'm going to dip this in water and I'm just going to kind of run it across the plate. I don't know if it's going to be not sure if it's pigmented enough coming off there. Let's see. Is it doing anything? Yeah, I think it is. It's starting to melt a bit. There we go. That's cool. So far. I just said I want to get away from gray and I added gray in it. All right, so let's just do that. And I'm going to spritz with the alcohol. Should we do, let's do orange on the bottom here. This is, I'm going to add some of this orange just for fun. Let's just see. Now, Inktense, when they dry, they're also waterproof, so or permanent. Just add some brightness there. Okay, I'm going to spray with the alcohol and then get my paper ready. Where's my paper? I moved it out of the way. Gosh, do you guys ever have one of those days where every time you put something down, you can't find it? So yeah, we're doing smooth side down, not bumpy side down. So this is the alcohol, and it gives it that sort of, Robin calls it a pebbly stone texture. Okay, so we're going to put this down here. I should have a bigger sheet. These aren't really big enough. And I'm going to spray the back just to keep it flat. We're just going to lightly, ever so lightly, just, and again, I missed the plate. Okay, I'm going to have to smoosh it over here. This time I didn't add any gold. Hi, Christine. Yes, I'm a wild and crazy gal. Dina got the 12 Inktense extra large blocks. Cool. This is probably my first time actually using the Inktense blocks. Yeah, it helps to break it up, Kathy. That's my understanding, is the alcohol kind of helps it break up a bit and give it like a stony pattern. I'll leave some of that on there. You just kind of let it soak in, and that's why Robin recommends like a thick paper. And the longer it's been on there, the more you can push it, or push down on it, I should say. Hey, Vicky. Yvonne says she did this right into her big journal. She is making, she's making Falling Robin. Yeah, so Yvonne, I see her on Saturday mornings at Robin's premieres. It's always very inspiring to watch Robin work. Let's see. Feel like I'm gonna just spray a little bit of water just under this part here, under the bottom. Just feel like it didn't really catch. And I'm just spraying the back to help it lie flat. One of you guys reminded me about spraying the back of paper. So next week, Miriam and Raul have organized a marathon. I can't remember what it's called. Something about summer something. I don't remember what it's called. But I said I would participate, and I would do my Wednesday regular stream. I'd participate, and then somehow they put me at 2:30 in the morning instead of 2:30 p.m. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stream not at 2:30 in the morning. I'm going to stream at my regular time, 2:30 p.m. Eastern. And then I told Miriam that I could stream again for the streamathon at I think 6 to 8 after Ann Lair is going to be on 60 before that. All right, let's see. It's not crazy about that. I don't think here. I'm going to just cheat. Do that. I'm going to spray it again. And then I think we'll start again with a different color palette. Whoops. Let's put that back down, see what we get. Midsummer, yes. What kind of paper? This is a Canson Mixed Media watercolor paper, 140 pound. Okay, so let's look at a little pink on the top. Nah, yeah. I'm going to wipe this off here. The gold, you know what it is that gold alcohol ink. It's a little bit crusty. Let's put this down and let's cheat. Let's add more of the rusty car at the top. Where's my rusty car? Rusty car. Oh, this is one of those days. Goodness. Okay, I'm going to add rusty car up here. So you don't even need a gel plate to do this technique, really, right? You could just do it on your paper. You could do it on like a silicone baking mat. And let's do red hot orange poker. Do it down here too. I do like the stoning that we're getting in the middle. Which I don't want to disrupt the stoning at the top, the middle very much. Let's just do a little bit. That. We'll let that go down a bit this way. So with this technique, you definitely need a lot of drying space. I'll put that back down, and I'm going to just add a bit of alcohol spritz. Okay, and then I'm gonna let that dry. Just soak up a little bit of this. And then I'm going to do the alcohol spritz over here again. Okay, I'm actually going to, yeah, I'll lift it up. So far I'm not loving these. I'm not hating them, but I'm not loving them. I'll show you how this one's going. This one's kind of cool. I don't mind this one. It's drying pretty nicely. Okay, let's wipe up our plate. Yeah, the ink's really soaked on the plate. Oopsie, I didn't put my lid on something. There we go, found it. So I'll just grab some baby oil and we'll clean that up. Don't wipe, use on more paper. Yeah, you know. I could, but I want to start over. Okay, so there we go. If it stains your plate, don't worry too much. Just add a bit of baby oil. Give it a wipe. I could have grabbed a different plate out, but okay, so I haven't made one that I like better than this one. All right, let's try. Should we try some with the Gansai Tambi paints? But I definitely want to put that in a mixing plate. I'm not going to stick an acrylic brush in there. And we'll try the eyes ink sprays. I'm trying to find, I'll use this one. Okay, let's grab these. I need some clean water. My microphone is working. All right. So a lot of people store their gel plates in the original packaging. Some people store them in a plastic container. I try to store them on an acrylic sheet, and then I put a piece of paper on top, and then I put them in a plastic container. Unless I don't have space, then I store it in the original one. But you can still store it with the paper on top. Okay, let's just use white and the Payne's Gray as a base. So we've got some Payne's Gray here. It's going to mix up a little bit more, I think. And then let's just use white with a bit of whatever's left on my yogurt container. And we'll spritz that with water. And let's use the Payne's Gray. And let's spritz that with water. So as you guys know, I kind of just fly by the seat of my pants. Okay. So we'll do Payne's Gray. Let's just do 2 colors on this one. So we'll do Payne's Gray on the bottom, and then we'll add some white. That has a little bit of Titan buff in it. So you could spend like hours just playing with different, you know, color combinations, different types of watercolor materials. What I like about the infusions and the magicals, well, I don't know about the infusions so much, is that once they're dry, they're kind of permanent, right? So you can like do stuff over top. All right, so let's do, what if we do a turquoise blue. I think my things are, yeah, this one here. This is a turquoise blue here. Get my fresh water. What we can do is we could just splatter it. And then we'll use our paintbrush here to kind of mix it in a bit. And then what if we use what about this Hydrus watercolor? Or here, use some of Seth's spray. This is a tea color and this is a brown. Let's add a little bit of brown. Hey, Julie. Let's do brown down the middle. Wipe its nose. And let's do this Hydrus watercolor. Let's see. So those are the color of Hydrus I have. Let's do, what about this violet? It's cobalt violet. I haven't used these in forever. I'm just going to drop them on. Kind of feel like a mad scientist when you're doing this. And then let's do, how about this green man? I think this green man infusions is kind of cool. We haven't used him yet. Let's put him up in the sky here. Okay, let's give it a spray with some water. I think this violet's going to need a little bit of help to move. Yeah, Seth sprays are great, hey? Let's just kind of give it sort of like a, just kind of do, put some in there. I don't know. Okay, now I feel like we don't have enough paint on there, but what if we tilt our plate a little bit? Okay, and then we spray it with some water. And then I'll get my paper ready. I should get a bigger paper. I feel like I'm missing. Let me get a bigger piece of paper. I got this Bristol vellum paper here. It's very flat. Let's use that. Let me use this one, just so we get everything. Okay, I'm gonna make a bit of room. And then I'm gonna spray the alcohol to get our pebbly. I'm gonna put a lot. Okay, And both sides are smooth. I'm just going to gently put that on there. This will take forever to dry. Yes. Yes, this is this Hydrus one I used is a liquid watercolor. It's P.H. Martin's Hydrus Fine Art Watercolor. So it's a liquid watercolor in a dropper. Oops, I think I kind of squooshed it a bit. Let's take a peek. Ooh, I like the corner. I feel like it's pretty saturated. Let's lift it up. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I wanted. Just sort of really atmospheric, and so that's what I like. That's what I wanted. I'm going to let that dry and let it kind of go that way a little bit. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. All right, let's let that dry. I like that. That's yummy. That's yummy to me. And I want to strike flat because I don't want it to move around too much. And let's get, let's do another one. We can do it with this one this time. Let's add a little bit more bling bling in the top. Let's see. I like the purple. Let's put that Tibetan teal poppy. And let's throw some gold in and see what happens. This is a really pretty turquoise. So this time for the gold, just going to spray that just a smidge, get it started. For the gold, let's try this calligraphy ink one. We'll kind of put it here. So I tried to shake this before. I'm going to get a fresh paintbrush. Yeah, I like the more dramatic one. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. You know, maybe I should put, I'll put some of this in a container. So we can double dip. Ooh, we can double dip. You double dipped the chip. You dipped, and then you dipped it again. Okay. This one we're going to put our the smaller paper on, and I think I like that the gold down here. Okay, and we're going to use just the smaller paper for this one. Let's do our alcohol spritz. Actually, I'm just going to kind of spread out the gold a little bit. Sorry, I get a little quiet when I'm concentrating. I just kind of want to fill in this area here that was a little bit plain. Okay, and then let's spritz it with the alcohol. Flat side down, or smooth side down. I'm going to spritz the back of this with some water. Just lightly touching, I'm not touching too hard. Harold and his purple crayon. I don't know that one, Deb. Is that like a UK thing? Okay, we'll give that some time to soak up. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Love that. I feel like you can't go wrong with purple, you know? Let's see how that's looking. Ooh, interesting. I'm pulling it up. Let's do it. I'm pulling it up kind of like in a fan shape. And we're getting sort of fan shaped. Oh, I want that more wet there. Oh, and that didn't, it's empty. Ah! So that's kind of cool. Let me just spray this for a second. We're going to keep that wet for a minute. We'll do another one with the purple. I'm liking this color combo. Just going to put that down there for a second. Let's just spray the back of this to get it flat. Okay, and then now here it kind of missed, but you know, I'm really not that mad at that. I could spray it. I feel like, do you guys want me to spray it or just leave it like that? So just leave it dry and see what it does. Can you guys see the gold kind of clumped? It's very dendritic. No, I don't know Peril than the Purple Crayon. Sorry, Jennifer. Yeah, I'll bring it closer. Hi, Lisa Mingus. No one's saying spray it, so I guess I'll just leave it. Let's let that dry. The Bristol paper is getting a little bit warpy, so. All right. Let me get another piece of paper. We'll just use the small, I can't see paper here. And you don't have to use the whole amount. Like when I did the postcard, I did a full sheet and then I just used a portion of it. Okay, so let's spray this just with water. I'm just spraying with water. And I'm still liking the purple at the bottom. I'm liking the gold in the middle. I feel like I want to go a bit darker on the top. I do have a Isaac spray that is a blue. I do have a blue Isaac spray. We could use that. Let's use a little bit of that. I should put this on the cap here. Sorry, excuse my reach. I'm just going to use a little bit of this blue up in this corner. Oops, that's more than a corner. Okay, and let's just pick it up. Just use some of that alcohol. I'm going to use just here just to get a bit more in the middle again. Smooth side down. Just do it ever so softly. Just bring the back to make it, help it go flat. So I'm not smushing it, I'm just letting it take its time and absorb the paint. This is a very zen process. Hey Darcy, good to see you. I'll just give it a little bit of love on the edges here. Dee, 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 dee. Jennifer says, I wonder what happens if you leave it on long to dry. Yeah, I don't know. It might stick, but it might not. All right, this one's very ethereal. And I like the sort of chunky bits in there. All right, I feel like we need to add some darkness. Sorry, you guys didn't see that very long. Okay, I'm running out of drawing room, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, let's add. Let's just keep working with what we have here till we get absolute mud. So I'll just spread that back on. Let's add a bit of white paint down here. I don't even know how I'm doing for time. I could just do this for hours and hours and hours, but I lost my white paint. Okay. I swear, I'm losing everything today. I can't find. Where's my white paint? It's behind my water. Okay, so let's add some white in here. This is just the white acrylic craft paint and some water. So we're just having a watercolory, messy good time. And I'm just gonna plop it in there. Okay, and I want to add, actually this is, hey Lena, good to see you. All right, let's put this one. Let's see how big this is. I don't know if I need to add anything to the bottom because, yeah, we can just put it up here more. So I'm not going to worry about the bottom too much, but I feel like adding a little bit of some darkness to the top. Let's try this this Black Knight one again, which is this one. I'm just going to add I'm just going to do it up top. It's kind of like over here. And use a paintbrush or just water. Let's just use water. Okay. So I'm gonna keep doing the alcohol spritz. I don't know if it's wrecking it. Maybe I should have not done that. Maybe that wrecked it. I don't know. Just gonna spray the back of this to help it stay flat. I kind of feel like it wrecked it. Like I should have left it just the way it was. There's nothing wrecked in art. That's true. Ooh, look at that. So this is watercolor paper, 140 pound. Gonna really let it soak in this time. That purple does like to move, doesn't it? That's the hydrous. Maybe because it's like a liquid watercolor, that's one of its properties. Okay, so I've been lifting it up this way. Let's lift it up this way for a change, just to see. It almost felt stuck on the bottom there. Ooh, okay, okay. I feel like spritzing it just right here, or maybe I'll just take a paintbrush just to get those two spots covered. So there you can see the different pigments from the infusions. It has a walnut ink, so as that dries, we might get more brown coming out. And that chunkiness, I think that's from the gold ink we used earlier. See, here it is here. And it's sort of got like, it almost looks like light rays, right? Like to me, this looks very underwatery as well. Okay, all right. Let's revisit. What I should do is I should grab a heat gun. This one here, see how it's pooling here? And this Bristol paper, it's nice and flat, but it's not, I don't think it's quite as thick. I'll lift you guys up. It's not quite as thick as the watercolor paper, so it's really buckling a lot. But I'm just gonna let that dry, I think, au naturel, and then I'll have to spray it on the bottom with some water and stick it under some books. But we could really cut out, here, let me just move this for a second. So we could cut out portions, right? Like you don't have to keep the whole thing. Like you might decide that maybe you like that part or that part, and then you can add to it with other products to make it like a landscape. Like this one here, I added that with a palette knife to give it a sketchy look. So I think we'll do that, but not on this one. I'll let that one dry. So this was the first one we did, I think. Was this the first or second one? I think this was the second one. I think this was the first one. Let's just dry both of these and then let's play on top of them. Just gonna get my heat gun out. Heat gun. Hi, Sherry. And then you could even like, you know, continue. You could just like keep dropping stuff on this. Like this doesn't have to be finished. You could relayer it, right? You could add it back to the gel plate, or you could just start throwing things on. Okay, I'm going to just use a heat gun for a bit. This green's really chunky here. I might just use a baby wipe just to remove a bit of it so that it dries. Just going to kind of blot that a bit. Okay, heat gun. So next Wednesday, I'm going to come on at my usual time, 2:30 Eastern. And I don't know what I'm going to do, but we'll do something. And then for the streamathon that Raul and Miriam are organizing, I think I'm going to come on later at 6, I think 6 Eastern. for a couple hours, so it's going to be double stream day. And the theme for the day that I'm on for the streamathon is drawing. So we'll do something with that. This one's almost dry. This one's got just that one spot there on the sides here. And because there's acrylic in this, if you heat too close, you will kind of get some bubbling. Okay, let's just turn this down here and add just a bit of water to the back of this one. Just give it a bit more dry from the back. Just flatten it out. Okay, I'm not sure what you're saying. The why? That's flattening it out a little bit. Let's do this one. Just going to spray the back. Can you guys hear me okay when I'm talking while it's keep gunning? So blotted that section. Yeah. All right. This one's kind of murky, so let's play with that one. So this one we could definitely add like some mountains up here and like some foreground. That would be a cool like abstract landscape, I think. Okay, let's put that here for a second. And I do like the chunks of gold in here. You can hear me fine. Excellent. So what I was going to say is that because I use the magicals, they don't tend to re-wet as much as like watercolor. So with the ones that have the purple, if I start doing stuff on that, it's going to reactivate. Whereas the ones that I use, the magicals, shouldn't reactivate as much, but who knows? So I'm thinking, I know it's not flat, but you can see like the little bits of gold in there. And we could cut it down. But let's just treat it all as one section. Let's use some of our Inktense blocks because I haven't used them and I want to use them. And I'm thinking the black, the 2020, which is I think the one we used. So I'm just going to dip that in some water, and because it's got a scratchy corner, what if we just kind of do that? Spray it, what happens? I think I want it kind of, ooh, what happened to this paintbrush? Ooh, it got some of that gold stuck on it. Okay, that's interesting. Let's use this one. What if we do kind of do like a section here? we read it first. What happens if we use it now? I'm barely touching it. That's kind of, I kind of like that better. I like using it in the wet areas. I think that's kind of neat. Let's do that here. So it's still wet. Let's add a bunch of like sketchy lines right in here. Just kind of wobbling my stick here. Wobbling my stick. Now, I believe the ink tints are only permanent if they're fully activated. So I don't think this is fully activating them. But it's a fun way to use your ink tints. Pencils, you use pencils. Now the other thing I had used was the Bombay ink when I did my little postcard. What if we use some ink? Okay, this is really fluorescent. This is the Daler Rowney. It's an acrylic ink. I'm thinking about using it with a palette knife to get like a really thin layer, or we could drip it. Let's drip it. Let's just do this. Just going to put it along the top here. And I know you people that don't like pink are like, you're wrecking it. Let's just see what happens. Let's just see. Give it a chance. Give pink a chance, people. All we are saying is give pink a chance. I kind of liked how it went into here. I don't really know where this is going. Yeah, once you wet, ink tints becomes permanent, but you have to fully wet it. Like it has to be, from what I understand, it has to be fully dissolved. See here, I'm re-wetting it and it's not, it's still reactivating. So it is permanent, but it's only permanent once you totally reactivate it. Once you totally, you know, wet it and then dry it. So I think that's kind of cool. Now, I'm not a fine artist. I don't pretend to be a fine artist. Let's hit it with the heat gun. And then we'll do something over here. I can't really flip it over to wet the back because it's still wet. But let's do some orange stuff here. What if we do... I don't know. I'm just kind of going by intuition. I'm just going to paint some vertical lines here to start. I don't know why. Let's use, let's just use this orange we took out earlier. And we'll just kind of go up. I don't know. This might be ugly. Okay, what if we do blend that in there a little bit? So I dipped it in the water. And just kind of now I've decided just to sort of outline some of these little areas. And let's take our magenta. Let's just dip it in our ink here. So this is the part of art where you just, I don't know, I just turn off my brain. And like I said, I'm not trained, I'm not technical. I feel like I should put more magenta in that one there. Or we can make some magenta trees. We can add some black back in. Okay. Jennifer says, seeing people experiment like this really helps her confidence. That's great. I mean, I'm experimenting you know, really without caring too much about the outcome. I'm just playing. And probably, you know, yeah, my composition isn't perfect, but you can always like put things away, right? And then come back to them. I feel like I need to make like another mountain right here. Do that with our Inktense block. I'm going to spritz it just because I think most of the products I have on here are not water soluble. And let's put how we have the pink here. I'm gonna leave that light, but then I feel like one of my abstract art inspirations is Chris Loud and Quirky Queens. There's a lot of them. Anyone see a female face in the mountain? Interesting. Oh, here? Kind of there, right? Yeah, that looks a little bit like a female face. And I'm just going to take just a little bit of water here and just kind of really kind of wet that a little bit more. Another person who's very inspiring, she was, oh, she's still here, but Sophia, she does a lot of cool things. And then I feel like just taking a bit of this Titan buff, going in there. I don't know if that wrecks it, or I should probably put some on here. Do some finger painting, Dee style. Oh, that had a little bit of white on it. We can go around with our ink tints again, make our little maybe we need a little bit of magenta down here. Just a few marks in here. Okay, so I'm just going to let that be. It's getting a little muddy, but that's okay. There's nothing that says you have to finish something all in one go, but this is just an example of how I don't like this area here. I think I definitely put some, I don't know, some black marks, or maybe we put some little trees. Sorry, I just said you don't have to finish it, and here I am going, oh, I want to put more stuff in. Let's just do some abstract foliage. That's a little better. I don't know. There, it feels a bit more balanced to me. So in my mind, I have a little story as I was doing this. I don't know if you have a story in mind, but yeah, so we'll let that dry. I do like the gold flecks. I think this could use a bit of gold splatters or gold accents, but I'm not going to do that right now. Let's look at our other pieces. I think it's kind of quitting time. So then there's, I don't remember, do you guys remember that? Was that the first one or the second one? Oh, Lynn says she entitled this "The Goddess Having a Spa Day at the Hot Springs." Cool, I like it. Hi, Apple. Woo. They have a mountain close to her called Grandfather Mountain. It got its name because when you see it from afar, it looks like a man laying down. Cool. All right, and then this is the other one we did. And you can cut it into smaller pieces, or you can do the whole thing. Let's go grab our other pieces, see how they're drying. I don't remember what order these were done in, but these are the purple. So the purple series, so we have the purple, this one, with the gold. Maybe it goes the other way. Maybe it's like the beach, an aerial view of the beach. And we have this one. This one's a little bit lighter. You could do some Zentangles on here, or you could do a neurographic art where, you know, you do the lines. That might be cool for neurographic art because it's very light. And then, oh, this one's still quite wet. I just stuck my finger in it. This one has the gold here. This one looks like an underwater scene. You could add collage. You could put some dolphin collage in there. You could add some paint. And then the last one, well, not the last one, but the last one I'm going to show you is this one that we did with the Bristol board. And see how it's way more warped than our Canson 140 pound. This one, let's see what the poundage is. This is this Bristol paper I use that is very, getting very warped here. I'll have to stick it under a book, is only 100 pound. So it has a nice flat surface. So it gave us a cool, like I really like some of the effects in here, but if you could see it from the side or in the bottom, it's very like warpy, but we can straighten that out. I love the colors in this one. I think that's my favorite color wise. So, and then we still have stuff on the plate that I can pull. Now that it's dry, I could probably use acrylic paint to pull that because some of it has acrylic. And we showed that one, right? This was the one that we added some loose doodles on. And this was my inspiration piece that I did on for my postcards. So definitely I think I want to add gold to that one. Next week during my live stream, my 2:30 live stream, I'll probably play with my new stencil design that's available at PM Artist Studio. And what else? And then I will be streaming. Sorry, got distracted. I'll be streaming again at, I think, 6 o'clock Eastern for the marathon. So want to flip the print on the table upside down. Which one? This one? Like that? Or this one? Like this? Hey, Rule. We're just talking about the streamathon. So I think I'm going to be on next Wednesday at 6 Eastern for the streamathon. But I'm still going to do my regular stream since I didn't get blocked in during my regular stream time. But look for updates. I'll post updates in my community tab. So yeah, I think, is there any, thanks, Jennifer. Is there any questions or questions, comments, etc.? I really like the magicals and the infusions because you get multiple colors that maybe you're not expecting, which I think is, you know, how we got these little varied dots up in here. This is the Hydrus watercolor, which that was a cool effect. But my favorite one, the color story that I like the best, this one, I have to look at the playback to see how we did that one. I feel like it's Rusty Car, Green Man, and the Hydrus. So if I didn't have to take Lucy out for a walk, I'd probably keep playing. Thanks, Pamela. Thanks, Anne. Be sure to add the rubber duck. Yeah, I probably won't, but you know, maybe I'll put a gold spot and I'll say that's a rubber duck. Thanks, Star. Yeah, this one definitely needs more gold to go with the gold up in the sky there. But anywho, thanks everybody for coming. I'm going to go have some lunch and take Lucy for her walk, her little toodle. And I hope I didn't miss anybody. I was kind of enthralled, engaged in what I was doing. I hope I didn't miss too many people coming in and saying hello. So blanket hellos to everybody. And if you won something in the giveaway last week, all the prizes got mailed yesterday. So when you get your prize, if you want to just send me a little note saying you got it, that would be awesome. I'd appreciate that. All right. Bye-bye.